next question from Dr. Jonathan in Canada. Dr. Ryan, there's a lot of scare right now that practices might have to close. What should I be doing if that happens?
Okay, first of all, look, the big thing I can tell you right now is there's two elements to it. Is one is it's the society, society is scared, and there's not much we can do about that besides how we respond. So first of all, understand that you've got zero power in what is dictated on us if you have to close. For instance, if you go into social distancing within your country, like they've done into Italy, is you don't have a choice. You've got to close. So I think you should be preparing. I think you should be preparing for the fact that you may have a drop in revenue or loss in revenue. But I don't think that, I think there's too much focus on, look, there's lots of levers you can pull. Can you drop overheads? I don't know what the government are doing in your part of the world. Is there, here in the United Kingdom, they have suspended rates for a year, which is a significant help. Rates are as much as 40% of the rental. So that's a significant help, etc. But I think you should be trying to pull levers where you can have conversation. If you don't have to right now, but if it goes that route, first of all, don't be too proud. That's the first question. The next is, I think you should be having conversations. I think everyone should be having conversations with their teams about not just carrying on. Certainly carry on and be calm, but not just carrying on. I do believe I think it's a bit of an excuse that to just not actually do anything, because that is very close to the analogy of a deer in the headlights. So I do think people should be having teams and brainstorm with the teams of how you can leverage something called reverse customer loyalty now, where you're educating your patient list. You are helping them, with reducing the fear that they have, educating them on how they can get help through your service and how they can get extra adjustments if they need it or whatever it is. So that's the first thing I think you should be doing, having meetings, preparing your team. But if you have to close, I definitely think that you should be determined to make the time that you're closed productive. Determined. So, for instance, what phone calls can the team be making? I would be preparing data right now for people who can have personal phone calls, people that can have personal letters, people that can have personal video messages through Use Loom and things like that if you had to close during that period, because you can have more capacity to do those things. But crucially, I would say this, is understand that I do believe in all bricks and mortar businesses, yes, there are going to be financial strains if they have to close, but it's not so much about having to close for 2 weeks if something's closed. It's about the loss of momentum when you open. So I think right now you should be making sure that every single person has as many future appointments booked as possible, whether that's catch-up sessions or whatever it is, and however you practice. But there's going to be a big push in businesses right now. It's just minimizing the effect that, let's say, a closure has on momentum in a business where people are not future booked. So I think that what's in my short answer would be, that's all you're going to be focusing on right now, is minimizing potential loss of momentum when things go back to normal, because they will be short-lived. So that's the first thing, that your team will need a leader to step up, brainstorm ideas, look for ways to stay productive if you have to close. There were loads of things we're not doing in our practices, and then everything you can do to minimize the loss of momentum for when we come back. That would be my advice.